DEA.
I know, right? I know. It's hilarious. It's when you show us a little respect.
Fuck you, pig.
Hey, you want me to beat your dick off?
You want to beat my dick off?
I'll beat your dick off with both
In
hands.
2020, the world was faced with the unprecedented challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic, which brought many industries to a halt and caused significant economic disruption. However, despite the challenges, some companies were able to thrive and make huge sums of money during this difficult time. One such company is Amazon, which saw its revenue increase by 37% in 2020, reaching a record-breaking $386 billion. This was largely due to the surge in online shopping as people were forced to stay at home and avoid non-essential trips to stores. Amazon's e-commerce platform and its network of fulfillment centers allowed it to quickly meet the increased demand for online deliveries, which helped it to generate massive profits. Amazon is a leading e-commerce and cloud computing company that has seen significant growth and profitability during the COVID-19 pandemic. In the first quarter of 2020, the company's revenue increased by 26% to $75.5 billion, with a net income of $3.56 billion. This growth was largely due to the surge in online shopping and the need for essential goods during the pandemic. Amazon also saw an increase in demand for its cloud computing services, with its Amazon Web Services, AWS, division reporting a 29% increase in revenue. Zoom Video Communications is a video conferencing and online collaboration platform that has experienced significant growth and profitability during the COVID-19 pandemic. The company's revenue increased by 355% in the first quarter of 2020, with a net income of $27.5 million. This growth was largely due to the sudden shift to remote work and the need for businesses and individuals to connect virtually. Zoom's user base grew from 10 million daily meeting participants in December 2019 to 300 million in April 2020, making it one of the most popular video conferencing platforms in the world. Moderna is a biotechnology company that has experienced significant growth and profitability in 2020 due to its development of a COVID-19 vaccine. The company's revenue increased by 736% in the first quarter of 2020, with a net income of $200 million. Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine, known as mRNA-1273, has been approved for emergency use in the United States and is currently being distributed across the country. The company has also signed deals with governments and organizations around the world to supply its vaccine. Teladoc Health is a telehealth company that has experienced significant growth and profitability during the COVID-19 pandemic. The company's revenue increased by 61% in the first quarter of 2020, with a net income of $46.7 million. This growth was largely due to the increased demand for remote healthcare services during the pandemic. Teladoc Health offers virtual consultations with doctors and other healthcare providers, allowing patients to receive medical care from the comfort of their own homes. The company has also expanded its services to include mental health support and has partnered with insurance companies to offer its services to a wider audience. Peloton is a fitness company that has experienced significant growth and profitability during the COVID-19 pandemic. The company's revenue increased by 66% in the first quarter of 2020, with a net income of $47.9 million. This growth was largely due to the sudden shift to home workouts and the need for people to stay active while in quarantine. Peloton offers interactive fitness classes through its app and has seen an increase in demand for its subscription-based services. The company has also expanded its product line to include fitness equipment and accessories, further boosting its profitability. In 2020, the world was faced with the unprecedented challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic, which brought many industries to a halt and caused significant economic disruption. However, despite the challenges, some companies were able to thrive and make huge sums of money during this difficult time. One such company is Amazon, which saw its revenue increase by 37% in 2020, reaching a record-breaking $386 billion. This was largely due to the surge in online shopping as people were forced to stay at home and avoid non-essential trips to stores. Amazon's e-commerce platform and its network of fulfillment centers allowed it to quickly meet the increased demand for online deliveries, which helped it to generate massive profits. Another company that made huge sums of money in 2020 was Zoom Video Communications, which provides video conferencing services. The company saw its revenue increase by 355% in 2020, reaching $2.65 billion, as businesses and individuals shifted to remote working and online meetings due to the pandemic. Zoom's user base grew from 10 million daily users in December 2019 to over 300 million daily users in April 2020, allowing it to capitalize on the sudden shift to remote work. The home fitness industry also experienced a surge in demand during the pandemic, and companies like Peloton and Mirror saw their revenues increase significantly. Peloton's revenue grew by 66% in 2020, reaching $1.8 billion, as people turned to at-home workouts to stay active while gyms were closed. Mirror, which offers interactive home fitness classes via a mirror-like device, saw its revenue increase by 112%, reaching $158 million, as more people sought out home fitness solutions. The video game industry also saw strong growth in 2020, with companies like Activision Blizzard and Electronic Arts, EA, reporting record-breaking revenues. Activision Blizzard's revenue grew by 10% in 2020, reaching $7.16 billion, as people turned to video games for entertainment and socialization while stuck at home. EA's revenue also increased by 10%, reaching $5.5 billion, as its popular sports games and other titles saw increased engagement from players. Finally, the online education industry also saw significant growth in 2020, with companies like Coursera and edX benefiting from the sudden shift to remote learning. Coursera's revenue grew by 173% in 2020, reaching $293 million, as more people sought out online courses and certifications to continue their education and improve their skills. edX, a non-profit online learning platform, also saw its revenue increase by 60%, reaching $108 million, as it partnered with more universities and schools to offer online courses and programs. Overall, despite the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, some companies were able to capitalize on the sudden changes in consumer behavior and the shift to remote work and online activities. These companies were able to make huge sums of money in 2020 by quickly adapting to the new market conditions and offering solutions that met the increased demand for their products and services. During 2020, many companies saw an increase in their profits due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Some industries, such as technology and e-commerce, experienced a surge in demand for their products and services as more people turned to online platforms for work and leisure. These companies were able to capitalize on the shift to digital and saw their revenues grow. Additionally, companies that were able to adapt to the new market conditions and implement cost-cutting measures were able to increase their profitability. Overall, 2020 was a profitable year for many companies due to the unique circumstances of the pandemic. It is difficult to predict which industries will make money in the future, as it depends on a variety of factors such as market trends, technological advancements, and consumer preferences. However, some industries that are likely to continue making money in the future include technology, healthcare, renewable energy, e-commerce, and entertainment. These industries are likely to benefit from the increasing use of technology and the growing demand for health and wellness products, sustainable solutions, and online services.